would you prefer to have, which is question 23, a horse's tail or a narwhal's horn?
Narwhal horn. So I could stab people with my face.
Every time you walk through a door, you'd have to duck down.
Narwhals can't.
No.
Well,
actually, you just bend your head. I mean,
actually, now that I think about
They're
it,
huge.
now that I think about it, knowing what a narwhal's horn actually is, I think I'd probably say horse's tail, because a narwhal's horn is actually their tooth that grows through their forehead.
Yep.
Yeah.
That would be excruciating when it came in.
Also, in the human, it grow out that way through the
It goes from your mouth.
You wouldn't feel a thing if you sawed it off, and you'd look like Hellboy.
Yeah.
You said sharpen it.
I'd still go for the narwhal horn.
No, I'd go for the tail.
I don't know. I had really long hair up until like a couple months ago, and I would actually sit on my fucking hair sometimes, and that hurt.
It'd be a lot harder to sit with a tail.
Plus, stabby. I agree with Ring on that.
Yeah, but also the excruciating pain of it coming in.
But it would probably happen when you were too young to remember.
I'm old enough now; it would have already happened.
Yeah.
I would have the horn, tooth, whatever.
Also, I think it's also like, at least the current consensus is it's probably some kind of a sensory organ. So stabbing it, using it to stab people would actually kind of hurt.
Or it could feel really fucking good.
and we all know Judd's gonna say it, so I might as well beat her to it. You just like stab someone, you're like, oh, that's.
I think you can just file it down to about 7 inches long.
Yeah, but if it's a sensory organ, I mean, that would be incredibly painful.
Yeah.
That was a really specific number, Dave.
Would you also polish it?
Well, the point is, I don't know whether or not I'd get it sharp.
Would you keep it sharp?
Well, no, it depends what I was going to use it for. If I was cutting it down to 7 inches long, I probably wouldn't want it sharp.
He would rub it and polish it every day.
What did we learn today? We learned that Dave has a 7-inch dick.
Would it be a spiral?
Sorry, And the other downside of having a narwhal horn is everybody would say that you're always horny.
Yeah, that's true.
And if you used it for sex, they'd probably call you a dickhead.
I don't think it'd matter. I think you get called a dickhead regardless.
You see the tail.
Although if you kept it sharp, they might not want to call you a dickhead.
You see, would you want to keep it sharp and have something made that goes over it to make it blunt? Or would you keep it blunt and have an attachment that's a knife attachment?
A very, very thick condom for your horn.
Well, and another thing is, you could use it to stop terrorism in London.
Yes.
This is true.
While I look like one, Dave, you wouldn't want rednecks to have that, because they'll probably hang a flag off of it.
You will when they walk around with a flag.
Yeah.
The fucking Confederate flag, they would absolutely put that shit on their head. I live in the South. I see plenty of it. Trust me. Terrible.
Oh yeah, when I was stationed at Fort Campbell, I saw a Jeep driving around the base with an American flag flying off one side of the Jeep, and then the Confederate flag flying off, flying the other side.
That's good.
There's a video online. I watched a channel that only has car crashes, and the guy's driving on the highway, and there's a ton of pickup trucks passing him, all flying Confederate flags from the bed of the pickup truck. And then the first one isn't watching the road and they're stopping, he hits the brakes and they all knock into each other. Probably one of the best videos I've seen lately.
But yeah, I gotta get going.
Yes, thank you very much for coming, Ring.
Love you.
Bye.
Good seeing you.
If you enjoyed that, please hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. If you think you've got a better answer or just want to tell us how wrong we are, leave a comment down below. Subscribe down here for new questions every day and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss out on our live shows. If you click over here, you'll see our latest upload. Over here, for what YouTube thinks you'll love the most. And finally, for a complete playlist of all our currently released questions, click here.